What up guys, Matt here and welcome back to another episode. I'm just trying to work out where the microphone is. Okay, there we go. Now, today I have had a massive issue recently with my main file server, well my main host server, which is my ESXi server, and one of the drives has failed. This is the replacement drive here that I'm holding. I've had to take this out of my other server, which is my HP one, which barely gets turned on ever. So I'll come and show you what the issue is. Now the problem is, I don't know at this point how the RAID's been configured. Because these drives were, I sort of remember that I did set it up for redundancy, and it wasn't a RAID 5, I do remember that. But what I don't remember is when or what was causing those issues. So, let's take a look. So here we go, as you can see here, the server's got a orange light there, and obviously that drive there, drive 1, is a bit bunk. So we're going to replace it with this one, which I've taken out at that server, which obviously, hang on, let's keep that screen on so I can see what I'm doing. So obviously I've had to I'm trying to do a backup on another server, but it's just going horribly wrong. It's taking forever. I left it on last night and it barely did anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just give it a go. At the end of the day, I've backed up the most important ones that I think I need anyway. So for the moment, what I'll do, I'll go ahead and shut this off. And this will take a few minutes. And obviously, if you look here as well on the IIM, the DS, actually you can't see that because the exposure's so. You probably can't see it, but there's just a warning DSARD light on it. I don't know why the exposure is so wrong on this today. Oh god. Let's see if I can adjust it more. But yeah, it's down here that we've got a warning light on a DRSA something or other. So we better get that fixed. So yeah, we're just waiting for this to shut down. Okay, it has turned off, good. So everything's off. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to take this one out. And that's the old drive, so out with the old, in with the new. So what I'm going to do is put that one in. Oh my god, don't you dare tell me I put this in wrong. There's only one way to do it. Okay, I'm going to put that in. Oh, that did not feel good. That was a really weird click. Just see if I can... Sorry. There we go. It's just being a bit, what's the word? It's just being a bit stubborn at the moment. Don't want to force it, but if I have to, I will. So if I go in here like so. Right, what I'm going to go ahead and do is actually I will take this one out, just for the moment. And I'm going to go turn the server on from the IIM, which will go up here now. So yeah, again, this has been a bit of a stressful day. It's happened a couple of times now. Obviously this one is, well, obviously this one has been over, well, I got it last year, but the drives I've bought brand new. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is I'm just going to log onto my Mac and I'll do the screen transfer from there. Okay guys, so as you can see, obviously you can see my main screen up here. Okay, so what we're going to go ahead and do now is, obviously I'm going to open up a new tab up here. And what we'll do from there is we're going to go to the site manager. Just going to see if I can move. I'm just going to move myself just to make things easier here. Just going to move myself down here so you guys can see it. There we go, cool. And so essentially, what we'll do is we're going to make sure that the IIM is still working, and that way we can go ahead and access the virtual drive, which is what that is. So essentially what it is, obviously this is the one I've taken out, but essentially it is 3 of a 2 terabyte Seagate's SSH F.A.Q drives they are. I put a warranty replacement, but I haven't heard from them yet, so I'm going to follow that up today because we need those drives urgently. And at this point, I need to make sure that I can get a warranty covered out of it. Oh, God. forgot that was the old one. Right, let's just move this here because it is getting a little toasty. And obviously the IIM is still working, but very slowly. So this drive, I think there's something more going on with the server just without drives. System status is giving us the green light at the moment. Don't know why. I just put a new drive in it a second ago. No, as I suspected, that's been put in the current condition. So what I'm going to go ahead now is do a remote control. And yes, Java does work on Macs, and you can control your IIM using this method. Before, when I was using ESXi6, I had to manually manage it with a Windows machine, VM. So that's why, yeah, obviously, because it's not natively supported, well, the ESXi client host isn't natively supported by Mac, I had to do it that method. Now, I'm not sure if it's my Mac that's taking forever or if it's my Windows, my IIM. But we've got a 1 gig connection that comes down, so that's not really an issue at this point, or at least I think it isn't. So I'll go ahead and just save the Java client. I do get security issues still with this, but I am working on that and setting up a wildcard at some point because I am awesome. Yeah, all that sort of good stuff. So what I'll go ahead and do is launch the JLP client if this wants to work. Okay, obviously you can see a lovely desktop there. Let me just try and, no, it hasn't saved to the desktop yet. Let's see if I can try and run that program again. Of course, because Java's Java, it uses up because Chrome is Chrome, it uses up way too much resources. Let's just close out of this then. We should be technically doing TAFE work. Okie dokie guys, we're in now. So obviously my thing had a bit of funniness, so I'm going on quick time now. But I've got access to the server now, so this is exactly looking at it. So I'm going to take this downstairs and put it in the server room, so it might get a bit noisy in a minute. But what the plan / goal is to do is to make sure that I have access to rebuilding that RAID. So what I'm going to do, because the IIM's a little bit funny when it comes to that, I probably will try and overtake this, but if I have to, I will narrate this. So what we'll do, I'm going to go ahead and turn the server on. I am in the server room right now, as you probably can hear, so I'm going to turn the server on. I have taken that drive out and put the replacement one currently sitting out a bit, so it's not plugged in yet. We're going to launch up into the KVM, which we are right now, and then what we're going to do from there is hopefully, fingers crossed, we're going to go ahead and launch, we're going to launch the disk utility. And here we go, it's launching into the boot devices and adapters. We'll say that there's one virtual drive degraded, which we can then fix. Obviously, that's PTRG warning me that this server's gone down. Still can't believe it. This was a pretty powerful server back in 2013. Okay, here we go, and it should see a virtual degraded drive. Okay, as you can see, I'm launching up to IBM now. Okay, that's a good sign. I've set this up so I know what it's doing. So now hopefully it should show the degraded drive in a second, and I believe it's Control-D to get into the RAID controller / configuration. So we'll go ahead and we'll set that up in a minute. Here we go. I think it's actually to enter that I need to push Control-H. Okay, that has been executed. And obviously, as you can see, it's degraded. So I'll be right back once we're in. So, as you can see here, missing backplane slot 0, which is obviously drive 0. So what I'm going to go ahead and do here is, obviously, I'm going to click on this one, which I can't at the moment. What I'm going to go ahead and do is do virtual drives. Obviously, this is it here. I'm going to see if I can click on fast initialize. Now, this is why I'm trying to make sure I know what I'm looking at and make sure that I'm not screwing anything up. Because obviously, these two are 2 terabyte drives, which gives us about 4 terabytes. So obviously, it's degraded. So if I go back, I should be able to, at some point, hopefully, drive, as you can see here. It's missing from drive group 0 slot 1. But if I click rebuild, so I'm going to put this drive in now, so hopefully this doesn't f everything up. So I'll put the new drive in. I'm going to click go to that drive. As you can see here now, it's on rebuild. Bingo! So it's going to hopefully start rebuilding it. Okay, the light is flashing orange. Okay, it's going green, which means it's initializing it, which is fantastic. This is exactly what I wanted. I'm not sure if I can get the camera up on QuickTime currently, but I'll show you what it's doing. I'll get the GoPro out. I'm just having a quick look in the IIM, and as you can see here, it's actually rebuilding and it's giving us a progress update of what's actually going on. So I'm going to let that do what it needs to do, but I think we're good so far. It's just rebuilding the array currently. There we go, 1%, so it is making progress. So it is rebuilding the array as we speak. That's fantastic. Right, I'll leave you guys an update once it's finished. But thank goodness the drive is, well, this drive, that new drive I've just stuck in there isn't so bad. So it's actually rebuilding it as we speak. So it will take some time. I'm gonna go make a coffee, I'm gonna go have lunch, and then I'll be back once I'm finished. Okay, so it's about 11:08 AM. I'm just doing some TAFE stuff, doing some work. At the moment it's still at, as you can see there, it's at 19%. So it's getting there, it's just taking an awful long time. But again, just remember, it's got 1.18 gigs to back up, so, oh, that's at 19. I don't blame it. Alright, I'll give you guys an update in about an hour or so and see how we're going. Alright guys, so it's about, I actually don't know the time on me. It is about 1:54 PM, and while putting this video together, I've been keeping an eye on it, and it's now at my favourite percentage. It's now at 73%, and again, it's doing all what it needs to do, which is awesome. And for the moment, again, it's 72%. Nope, 73, I tell a lie. Obviously, I can't see that as clear. Probably you guys can't either. But the good news is, everything's working awesome. So again, probably in a couple of hours' time, we'll see how it goes. And then, before we finish, we'll go ahead and just reboot the system and just check it's all working. Just as a heads up, you might miss me saying this, but we're now at 98%. Almost done, so potentially I might miss the 99, 100%, but if we don't, as you can clearly tell, I think it has worked. But then we'll go ahead and reboot the server and just check everything's up and running correctly. I'm not sure how, it's taken since 10 o'clock this morning, it's now 3:44. So obviously it's been very, very busy hard at work today. And I have to do a thing in a minute. I'll be back soon. There we go, rocking up to 99%. This is going to be awesome. Well, that's when it's actually finished. Look at that. If I zoom right close in, you guys can see the pixels of the screen. It's mad, isn't it? So yeah, we're almost done. Come on, there we go, focus. We're almost there. So hopefully, I'm probably just going to keep talking and talking and talking. But it's hit 99%. It's now 3:49. I reckon it's going to finish exactly at 4 o'clock. I'm going to make that bet. Come on. And there we go. Fantastic. As you can see, all drives are now configured online and they're all good. So we've got green lights. Fantastic. Okay, last job will do. Let's just have a look at our logical drive is all good. All right. Let's go and exit back onto home and we'll boot the server up. Well, actually, the way you do it is you click exit and then you've got to turn the server off and then gotta leave it. Yes, I do. Please reboot your system. So tools. Now, unfortunately, I have to power cycle this. So if I click off, yes. So obviously we now know all drives are good. And now the moment of truth is to test if ESXi will still load, but I assume it will because you know. Yes, and I just had it turn on. I'm not sure if you did. So it's taken about 5 minutes for it to finish, and of course then it's now initializing again. So I'll be back once this is finished. Yes! And there you guys have it. Everything is now fully functional, everything is successful, so all the VMs are turning on. Couldn't have asked for a better result. So thanks guys again for watching this episode, and if you did enjoy it, do hit that like button, do subscribe, and share the comment in the comment section below. Until next time guys, I'll catch you in the next one.